and welcome back to the Cheltenham Exchange and our third Ante Post video, I believe, so far for the 2023 festival. So before we go any further, as always, a thank you to Lloyd at Hacked Up Racing Goods. Got our t-shirts on, most of us tonight. Yes, thank you for your continued support, Lloyd. Also, we're going to have to start by mentioning the Newbury meeting Friday, Saturday last week. We did a couple of short videos which picked out a few winners. How many was it, Alex? Seven?
Yeah, seven. We had 14 tips, 7 winners. I think it was 3 seconds, 2/3. One was a non-runner, and I think the other horse was unplaced. So I think we did really well.
And nice prices as well, Alex. 20 to 1 shot in there. Buffalo Soldier. Singing Bob Marley in bed that night, Alex. So yeah, so very successful weekend. We're not, you know, we're not counting our chickens. We just take it. We know we're going to have bad weekends, but we've got to say a few thank yous, obviously, to our guests. So thank yous to Dan, Sam, Jamie, Andrew, and Ash. And
can't forget Jamie. I forgot him.
Don't forget Jamie. And Scotty Reds as well, because he was keeping in touch and tweeting stuff for us and things from Newbury. So thank you all for your support and for coming on, guys. What else have I got written down here? I don't know. We'll get straight into it, shall we? So, yeah, third Ante Post video. And Mr. Galpin has got 2 selections for us tonight. So we'll get straight into it. You can chuck your first one at us, Al.
Perfect. So I'm going to continue my streak of tipping up horses that have some kind of musical theme. So the horse I'm putting up first for today is Encanto Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno. I'm putting it up for the champion bumper, currently best price of 25 to 1 with Paddy Power. The form of his October wins working out really well. The horse that finished second, Strong Leader, has gone on a 1 since. The horse that finished 4th, Mamoon Star, one of Fergal's, has gone on 1 last week. It beat a 1-4 horse for Paul Nichols that was also a previous winner. And then the horse that was 5th, Gentle Slopes, Milton Harris, that horse actually came back to Cheltenham in November and won the listed bumper. So the form of that race is, as I say, working out really well at the moment. Post-race comments, he actually spoke to friend of the channel, Ash Simmons, and he confirmed that he probably would be going to Cheltenham for the festival, for the bumper. Said he's going to put him away for that, and he's going to have 6 months of sleepless nights waiting for it. So, yeah, that's definitely going to be my first selection. So Encanto Bruno, really good each way price for the champion bumper.
What sort of price are we looking at for that then at the moment?
25's Paddy's, and I think most of the places are around 16s.
Nice. Thank you, Alex. We'll move on to John's not feeling too great. Hey, John. So probably
let John go next to see he's over and done with.
Let John get his selection before he starts coughing. Go on, Mr. Evans.
Yeah, you'll have to excuse the gruff voice there.
Very
time got a bit of such a man flu. So yeah. Well, in a desperate attempt to try and find some value, I'm having a bit of a wild stab at this one. And I'm going for Perseus Way for the Triumph Hurdle. And he's generally about 25 to 1. Now, he's obviously a Gary Moore horse. And as I said in previous videos, that he does like a Triumph horse. And if he's good enough, you know his target is going to be the Triumph Hurdle. So he was turned out quickly at the weekend, Sunday. He won an egg and spoon race there at Leicester, Class 4 juvenile race. I think he won by 24 lengths, beat an Alan King horse. But the bit of form that sort of did catch my eye was earlier in the month at Cheltenham, where he went in the Triumph Hurdle trial race and he finished keeping on second behind Scriptwriter, who looked pretty good that day, to be honest. But I think that was a decent introduction for him that day. He, as I also mentioned in a previous video, he was rated 80 on the flat, and he won a decent handicap at Newbury a couple of years ago. So I just think it'd be good to watch him throughout the season. Hopefully he keeps improving. He's had a couple of runs under his belt already, as I've said. So I think at 25 to 1, where there is little value in the market, there is still a little bit on him. I think he was cut after his win on Sunday. I'm not sure what he was exactly before that, but I know earlier in the season he was 50s. So we missed the 50s, but the 25s looks reasonable for me.
Okay, great. Perseus Way in the triumph for John. Hey, did we have a question on one of our other videos where someone was asking for a tip in the triumph, wasn't it? Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
There you go.
One of the
You got
questions on
one.
that video was,
You
yeah,
got
okay.
one.
Sorry, Al, what was that, mate?
No, don't worry. It'll give something away for later.
Thank you, John. Matty.
Yeah, obviously I missed the last episode, obviously due to being in work. No, it wasn't. I'm moving out. No Wi-Fi.
Get
Back on now.
His excuse is straight. He's not sure which one it is.
We're back on now. I'm not going to put in two to try and catch up. I'm just going to stick with one selection. Spent a bit of time today looking through it, and I've settled on Hollow Games for the Turners. He's 16 to 1 with William Hill. He's generally 14 to 1 across the board. You all know I was keen on this horse last season for the Albert Bartlett. He ended up running in the Martin Pipe, finishing third. Couldn't wait to see him over fences, and he won a beginner's chase at Navan over 2 miles a couple of weeks ago. He's got an entry in the Drimore on Sunday at Fairy House over 2 mile 4, which we'll hopefully see him declared for. Looking at the market, there isn't a lot ahead of him that will. There's a lot ahead of him that will mostly go running elsewhere. You've got Sir Gerhard at the head of the market at the moment. Obviously, he's got a couple of entries around Christmas time now over fences, doesn't he? Come out today. But there's a bit of talk about him staying over hurdles. Then you've got State Man, John Bonnell, Fabiolo, Banbridge. They'll most likely go elsewhere. Don't get me wrong, he could well stick to 2 mile himself, or he could go up to 3. Which is why I want to see him take up this engagement on Sunday, as it's similar footsteps to Samcro. And then he's also got the option of the 4 novice chase on Boxing Day at Limerick. Ante Post, though, isn't it? It can't be right all the time, and it's the risk that we take. 16 to 1, I think he's a good each way price at the moment.
Yeah, you were very keen on him last year, weren't you?
Yeah.
Great stuff. Rain Man.
Well, so I had something in my mouth. Right. So my pick might be, I don't know, some might find it surprising, but I've gone for Manila Kukuna, and make sure I've got the right one, in the Brown Advisory Novices Chase. So I'll get the excuses out of the way first. Obviously, because Manila Kukuna lost at the weekend. But he doesn't normally win first time out. I said he was second previously on his hurdle debut at Cork on soft ground in 2021. So this weekend he ran over 2 mile 4 on heavy ground. First time chasing was against Classic Getaway, who has a much better record on that ground as well. So 2 mile 4 is obviously a bit of a drop down from when he was running 3 miles going hurdling. So it might have been a pipe opener or just a run just to give him a blow. We look at bits of his form. Obviously, the unfortunate he kept bumping into the nice guy. Obviously, at Cheltenham in the Albert Bartlett and also at Punchestown. But with nice guy out for the season, I wonder if he could be potentially Mullins' #1 horse at that trip. As Matty, funny enough, a couple of lines of form with Hollow Games, funny enough, that Matty's just picked. When they ran previously, I think it was at Leopardstown, and I think Hollow Games was third that day. And as Matty said, won his chasing debut at Navan. I looked at some of the betting for the Brown Advisory. There was a couple of the others that were fancied, didn't do so well as well. You look at Time Hill as well, they've dropped right down the betting. So if you look at Free Stripe Life is the favourite, I think will go the Turner's route. Classic Getaway may come here. Allegory Devassi is third favourite, will go the Mare's Chase. Jerry Colombe, I'm still not sure about. Hollow Games is up there, probably will go 2 mile chasing. And then you've got McFabulous, it's Nichols, so it won't go to Cheltenham. So I think at 10 to 1 at the moment, best price, I think could be a nice each way bet for Melika Kuna. And I've also noticed a couple of entries he's got over Christmas that they've done in Ireland already. He's got a 2 mile 1, which I'm quite surprised about, Boxing Day at Leopardstown, 2 mile 3 at Limerick, and then hopefully the one he goes for, which would be the 3 mile at Leopardstown on the 29th. So that would be my pick, Minella Cucuna.
Minella Kakuna. And you're hinting at a route there, Ian. Come on.
Yeah, a small route. So I was gonna potentially
it.
look at Monkfish, because obviously he went that 3 mile route as well. But I'd say, funny enough, I can't take all the credit. I got sent the entries today for Ireland over Christmas. So I had a quick look and I noticed them 3. But hopefully it goes 3 miles on the 29th.
Lovely. So Minella Kokuna.
Yes.
We'll get the right one in the Browns advisory.
Yep. Brown pants.
Love it. Some nice price horses here, isn't that right? Good stuff. Right, we're back round to Alex for his second pick.
Okay. So funny that you mentioned that we had a question about horses for the Triumph, and one of our followers on Twitter commented about a horse called Nusret, who actually ran last week and was really impressive. So shout out to, I think it was John someone.
Yes.
Thanks, John. Yeah, he's currently best price at the moment, 20 to 1 for the Triumph. And after the way he performed and the way he won his race last week, I was expecting him to go into sort of 8-10 to 1. He jumped really well. A lot of juveniles looked really, really keen early on in the races, and they just seemed to be sort of lunatics, but he didn't really have that. I mean, I'd say touch keen for a furlong or so, but other than that, absolutely fine. Just the way he quickened after the last and just sort of put so much distance between him and the second. And I mean, I think there was 17 horses in that race, and what's the expression? I think that they were strung out like the washing. So currently best price 20 to 1. I think he could be some good value there.
And your mate was on it.
Sorry?
And your mate was on it. On him.
I know. I really can't believe I've put up a horse for Darryl
Jacob.
Jacob.
Careful.
It doesn't go to Ireland for nothing, does he?
And it was his only ride. He went over to Punchestown for that one ride. Yeah.
Excellent.
So yeah, that's my second selection, OJ.
Nusret for Alex. Nusret. But yeah, no, that's good. That, especially after that little bit of interaction with the followers on Twitter as well.
If it doesn't win, I'll blame John. Sorry, John.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. Thank you all very much. So a quick go through of what we've had tonight. Starting with Alex, who has obviously just given us.
The first one was Encanto Bruno for the
Encanto Bruno in the bumper.
The bumper 25s at the moment with Paddy's, and then Nusret, who is available a couple of places at 20s, and there's a couple of places where I think he's as low as 12s and 16s. So there's certainly some value there.
Okay. Also in the Triumph for John, is it? Perseus Way?
Yeah.
John?
Perseus Way, yeah. 25s generally. I think it's 20s in a couple of places as well.
Okie dokie. Matty's gone for his old favourite Hollow Games. And
I think the biggest shock of all is that Ian hasn't gone for a Henderson horse.
Yes.
Ian's gone.
I was fully expecting him to go for one after this weekend.
Now, I've already got, I'll just say, especially after Lucia, so I've already got Between Waters. I'm hoping she comes out soon, but
Got to say at that point.
plenty of time.
2 winners from 2 selections, Friday, Saturday, mate.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Short, not like you guys. You picked out a couple of big prices. Mine were both short, but
OJ, he had the 2 hardest races of the day, didn't he?
I did. I did.
Lovely stuff. Right, so is it worth having a quick run through previous picks from the other 2 Ante Post videos? So at the moment, from what I've got written down, John had Ahoy Senor in the Gold Cup in the first video, and also Banbridge Any Race, which looking pretty good, and Zanahir in the Stayers Hurdle. Alex Epatante in the Mares Hurdle, Time Hill in the Browns, and Big Bad Bob Ollinger in the Stayers. Ian, Blazing Carl in the Stayers Hurdle, Between Waters in the Mares Novice Hurdle, and 3 Stripe Life in Turners, and Matty, Minella Indo in the Gold Cup, and Bear Gills Any Race.
Yeah, the Bear Girls one, just got to hope that they're trying to get a nice handicap mark for him. But after that last run, not too sure.
Has he finished yet?
It's Ante Post.
Still running. First run back, you could forgive him, but I dare say, just got to hope. The only hope left for that is if they are going to try and go down the handicap route with him, but no one's dead in the water.
You never know.
You never know. You never know.
So yes, folks. Thanks, Rob. We had some good comments and some good views over the weekend, didn't we? I think so. That was all good. I'm sure we'll do similar again. I think at this juncture, I'll just put my scarf on, ready for the big game tomorrow. What do you reckon, Matty, John?
Yeah.
Gonna do it?
Don't know.
I don't even want to talk about it.
I thought while I put my scarf out, a little shout out to Nijinsky fake Farney Beltier, who didn't know the difference between a cap and a hat on one of our videos, and also said that Alex looked 50, which is just ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. I've got a feeling this guy could be Wayne Harrison in disguise. Just an inkling. But we'll let it go. We love it. We love it. It gives us stuff to talk about.
We know you're watching, Wayne. Hi.
Hey, Wayne. Keep commenting. So, yeah, that's it, folks. Hope you find it useful. Some nice price selections tonight. Obviously, what are we now? We're less than 4 months away from the festival, but who knows? Who knows how many of these will run or what? But we hope you find it interesting, useful, and what have you. Keep watching, keep liking, keep subscribing, keep telling your friends, keep commenting, Wayne, and all the rest of it. And we'll be back soon enough. Thank you all, chaps.